Alright, it's 12/31, 2018. We're coming up on midnight and a new dawning of a new year. Anyway, this is Paul Power, as always, introducing Robert Nelson, and he's reading from his channeled work, Keys, Love Letters from God. And this is number
15.
15.
And the title is Relationship. By the way, what?
15 or 16?
15, I think. No, you're right, 16, I'm sorry, 16. The one I just read was 15. So this is number 16, people.
Yes.
Okay. And it's called Relationship. By the way, we're about 15 minutes from New Year's now, here.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, sorry, okay. Relationship. What is in a relationship? Better yet, ask who is in a relationship. Here we go again. Bringing it back to who, not what. I have told you that I am the relationship fulfilled. Understand that any relationship you allow on earth thrives in my very presence. A son of mine once told you, where two or more of you are gathered in my name, there am I as well. What is my name but love? I am love. And this is exactly what the relationship is. I know what I have just stated will perhaps be a bitter disappointment to those who are expecting a great white throne judgment. He put the word great white throne judgment in quotation marks. And it will be a disappointment to those who expect to see me as a being sitting thereupon. Now I will explain something to you. 90% of what you internalize as an experience on earth comes to you through the sense of physical sight. At best, it is a very limited view of the world, your world. Seeing me is completely impossible if you regard me as a king to behold on the day of judgment. And again, he put the term day of judgment in quotes. Learn therefore to see me in your brothers and sisters' eyes, as well as in the mirror, for you will have no need to even consider any form of judgment, white throne or otherwise. If I were to even consider judging you, I would be ending my very existence. Wow, that is loaded, isn't it?
Heavy.
Extremely. For then I would not be complete. This, my beloved, is totally impossible. Now this next one is in not only boldface, as some of what I've just been reading, but capitalized and boldface print. I am the unjudged and the unjudging. Pow, right there it is. As I have told you previously that in judging either your brother or sister, and therefore yourself, I stand accused along with you. You can see that judgment of any kind is delusional and only fuels separation. A condition which you made and which we will lay aside as you invite me to help you to do so. Again, it's not like I'm commanding you to do this and you better, by gosh, you better do it. No. Invite me, he says. Invite me to help you. What a loving guy. Or woman. I often think of God as he and she. Actually, God is love, which is beyond gender. Beyond he, beyond she. Love. This leads us now to the fact that healing a perception is the prerequisite to the relationship which I am. That which is unthreatened also does not threaten. When judgment seems to be at its worst, is when my voice of sanity is at its best. Listen for it, please. He's not saying listen for it or else. He's asking. He's inviting. Listen for it, please. As I have told you, the Holy Spirit is a reminder of your true identity, me. This miracle exists at the point of healing, after which the relationship may be expressed and experienced in full. I have a different term for expressed and experienced. I say shared, but it's the way he's putting it, so it's okay. This is very important. Now this next line is capitalized, bold-faced. The relationship exists beyond the need for healing. We'll say that one again. The relationship exists beyond the need for healing. That which is whole needs no healing. This, my beloved, is the realm beyond miracles. For this is my peace, and I offer to you, and it is the meaning and intent of this entire work, referring to this book. Do not look to see a God adorned in light. See me instead in your brothers and sisters' eyes as in your own. For if you do not see me in this way, what possible good could come even if I appeared with bands of angels, crown upon my head, and the earth at my feet? Remember, I am simple. I am the relationship between you and one another, and between you and yourself as one. So I offer you myself. I await your acceptance at a time of your bidding. All the angels in heaven cannot outshine the pure light that we share between us as one. I think that's beautiful. I think it's amazing. Then to the question, who is in a relationship? The answer is simple. I am because you are. Leave it to God to make it simple. In the final commandment, love me as you love your brother and sister and yourself, for this is exactly who I am, is the relationship which I am. I promise you that even now we exist in the same state of unhealed bliss. Doesn't need healing. It's already whole. For this state of spirit is beyond the need for healing. This, my beloved, is the essence of love. In my eyes you are perfect and holy as I am. You never sinned. You only slumbered. I offer you my vision to you freely, so you may accept it freely. And so you may give it likewise. Without your brother and sister, you could never experience the relationship we are. So you see, that gives an even deeper and more meaningful value to our brother and sister. For in beholding them guiltless, you actually behold me. I know that what I ask and what I offer seems a difficult, if not impossible, task. I understand this. And I know how frustrating it may well be for you to read these words and to still hear the voices of a deluded world. You have had ample opportunity to learn that many of the methods you have chosen simply do not work. That which I offer you is sane and natural. Sane and natural. And it is the only solution that will work. Together, if you wish, we will recreate the world so that it becomes fresh and clean as you intended it to be from the beginning. Amazing. He doesn't say we're going to recreate the world perfect and clean and all this like I wanted it to be from the beginning, guys. He's saying you can recreate the world. We will do it together as you intended it to be from the beginning. Meaning us. I have said that you intend this because I know you. The quality of relationships you offer one another is reflected in your relationship with your planet. And let me say something right here, people. This next part of this paragraph becomes almost a commandment about us and our planet. So listen very carefully, please. So he's talking about a relationship between us and our planet being the same that we have with ourselves. Please do not ignore it either, meaning your planet. The relationship you have with your Earth, and this is in capitalized boldface print, is as valid as the relationship you have with me. Let the state of grace bring you and your planet to wholeness. Then you will know a world beyond the need for healing. Poison your Earth and you poison the relationship. You are free to make better choices. And I strongly suggest that you do just that. I am the relationship unhealed, for I am wholeness. The wholeness which I behold in you, your brothers and sisters, and your Mother Earth is as one. The kingdom lives in the relationship we are, and its gates, my good son, are swung wide unguarded. To say that again, and its gates, my good son, are swung wide open, unguarded. I am God. I am the relationship shared, and me you have eternally. This shared relationship brings the end to the need for the rule by time and space. It also is the grave of the painful memories. Wow. This could be the heart of forgiveness. This is the key to eternity itself, and that we share as one. I care for you more than words will ever say. Nothing you can ever do will ever change the way I feel about you. I know you. I know you become frightened, guilt-ridden, and defensive at times. But I also know the you that you truly are. And I love what I know. You must know that I approve of you and that I accept you regardless of what you may think as to your deserving so. We're accepted to God whether we think we deserve it or not. It has nothing to do with deserving. You can't earn it. You can't earn love. You can't earn God's love. We can't earn each other's love. This work is my attempt to remind you of my love and your true identity. Choose now what is worthy of you. God. This letter on relationship is one of the most extremely potent and important letters in this work called Keys, Love Letters from God. It redefines God as the relationship shared. And how can we share if we feel the need for power and conditionality and defensiveness and control of one another or even ourselves? When we're living in that state of mind that is anything but the state of grace, when we're living in that state of mind, the need for power, then there is no relationship. But the state of grace is waiting for us to accept it and to take it whenever we're ready, at a time of our choosing. There are many people here on earth who think they're in a, quote, relationship, unquote. And they're not. You know, I've heard on talk shows, today we're going to heal these dysfunctional relationships. Bullshit. Yeah, I said that, bullshit, and I mean it. There's no such thing as a dysfunctional relationship. A relationship is whole or it's not a relationship. I know, black and white, no wiggle room. Tough shit, that's the way it is. A relationship is whole or it's not a relationship. And the type of time that people spend in their entire lives suffering, believing that they're in a relationship of some kind that they can just make it work if they hold on long enough. All that happens is they suffer more, and they give more power to the one who's making them suffer. No good can come from that, ever. At all. Can't. And then there are people who think, well, if I just wait long enough, I can change her or him. No. You can offer him or her changes, but it has to be up to the other person whether they're going to change or not. Just like communication. You never make your point when you communicate. If you make your point, you're not communicating. Boy, that goes opposite from what everybody believes, doesn't it? Real communication is a process of sharing back and forth between equals, without attack, and without turning somebody's words back against them, without weaponizing words. Same with relationships. There is no attack in a relationship. If there's attack, there's no relationship. If there's guilt, there's no relationship. If there's control, there's no relationship. Real relationships come from acceptance, from the heart of love. Even knowing that we're all different, it's the ability to accept people, but it's also the ability to know what's worthy of you to receive and what's not worthy of you to receive, because that's also what's worthy of the person to offer you or what's not worthy of the person to offer you. In that case, it's okay to say, look, I need to clarify your thinking on something here. What they do with what you offer them is up to them. You can't control that. But you can make decisions for yourself without having to judge. There's the part in there where it talks about our relationship with ourselves and one another being the relationship we have with our planet, and that being the relationship we have with our Creator, God. That's something to take to heart, people. It's something I wish our big corporations would take to heart. Anyway, that's enough for relationship for now.